We talked about in the shop what would be the biggest job and what would be the part that would be most advantageous to hire out. And we decided that laying of the concrete foundation of the shop would be a good use
of somebody else's talent.
Yeah, somebody else's talent and somebody else's time.
Oh yeah.
Because it's a big job.
We've experienced this laying before, and we thank you very much for thinking about this.
Can I take your order, please?
In building with earth bags, we discovered our family thrived creatively and grew stronger by working side by side. We welcome you to be part of our family and for this week's adventure.
Probably the biggest reason that we didn't want to do this ourselves is that it would take too long with just several of us doing it chunks at a time. One little area, then move to the next little area. It would just take forever to do. So that's one of the main reasons. And then trying to be consistent between each patch that we did, and then to wearing out our bodies, trying to do it all. It would be difficult.
All day to do our little porch out there in the back. These guys are like banging this out. It's awesome.
Probably one of the most important jobs out there is who's going to guide the chute and give directions to the concrete driver. And it's all about hand signals and timing, and that one person pulling that chute around, getting concrete to everybody. That's the second job, is a pull. You got to pull concrete where concrete needs to be. One or two people are going to come back behind and screed. That's where they take that big long bar, like a 2x4, or in their case they had some nice aluminum ones, and two of them would screed to get things flat.
Yeah, and I think that floating part too is, there's a talent to that. So we were hoping to get somebody who was just like, could do that well.
Brought in the pros.
It's fun. It's just cool to watch. That would have taken us like 2 days of pouring just to get that much, so.
I know. That's crazy. It's so much cement.
They've got a good system going on too, so it's fun. It's just really fun to see.
Concrete has a time limit. Got to get it in, and you got to get it in now, and you have to move quickly with it. So they had all this planned out. They had trucks that came every, like, I don't know, what is it, 30 minutes they were coming in, but they had a truck that came in on time. Each one was all timed so everything would work out.
Yeah, it took 3 trucks. One would come.
And then the next one. It was kind of funny. I looked at Dad at one point and I was like, the second truck came a little early. And then I went, oh, wait a minute. It's because the first one got lost on the way here. It staggered the timing, but it still worked really well.
Probably one of the biggest concerns was the rounded areas. We had used 3 layers of plywood to create these half circles. Those were areas I was a little more concerned with because it's not a nice straight 2x4 or 2x6.
Concerned that it was just going to go.
Yeah.
Is that what you're thinking?
Yep.
Oh.
So we did put dirt. We not only put our stakes in, which I was pretty confident, but we also backfilled it with some rock and dirt to be able to kind of keep those things nice and solid. We had no blowouts.
Yeah, it didn't blow out. That's good.
I was actually pretty impressed. They had shovels and tools, and they were banging on the sides of the mold to get it to, like, all the cement to get down in there. And I was like, but they were holding up, and I'm like, okay. So I was pretty impressed, actually, how well it held up.
If you miss the live stream, you can go back and see it. But when we were live streaming, Bree and I were up on the little roof of one of the buildings, and we had gotten up on one of those triangular type ladders, and you know, you had to go to the top thing to get on because it's tall there. One of the guys, he did not like that we had done that. He kept asking us if we wanted a different ladder because he saw one laying there that could lean up against, be nice and tall. And Bree and I were like, oh no, we're fine. But by the time we were done with the live stream, sure enough, that ladder was there for us, so it was kind of cute. He was concerned for Bree and I's safety.
Back when I was doing concrete, I'm just out of high school, we were doing monopours. And monopour is when you set up all your forms, your footers and your walls, pony walls, and you pour everything all at the same time, all in one day. So you go in early in the morning, you set, and then your trucks are in there about 2 o'clock, and they're ready to start pouring. So they'll pour for the rest of the day, and then you can come back the next day and start tearing down and move it to the next one. And then you wake up early the next morning, set it all up, and pour the next one. That was tough work. It was also done in the Pacific Northwest area where they do a lot of subfloors. Some slab work, like we did out here.
Why didn't we do a Monopour then?
Well, we only needed a slab. We have no walls setting on this area. So it's very similar to just pouring a driveway or sidewalk. We don't need a lot of weight setting on that since we're building our walls separate.
What are the lines that they're putting in there for?
This is designed to relieve stress points. Concrete, one big slab.
They got the
Now-
creases in there too.
Yeah, how did they do that? I wasn't there for that.
They actually, it was kind of neat. They had this tool that wasn't flat on the bottom, and it actually had like a ridge in the middle. They first snapped the line to get it somewhat straight, and then they had this long bar that they cut it with, and they just cut it like a crease in the top of the concrete. And then they had a flatter one they ran over, and it gave it that kind of round edge, and they like carved it out of the concrete. It was
Yeah,
wet.
it was really cool.
It's a stress relief
Yes,
mark.
yes.
Just like you grade glass to break it where you want it to break, that's the exact.
You cut it in so that you don't get cracks, big huge cracks that open up.
The idea, yeah, is you don't get a crack along the middle. It should follow the line. Although I don't know if that's really foolproof.
It's concrete, it's gonna crack wherever it wants
So-
to. But you at least try, right?
At least try,
That's
yeah.
the idea.
I was absolutely stunned when I walked out there. It's beautiful. And those guys, they were so awesome.
That's the way you do it.
That's not the way it's done. All right.
For the first time is good.
All right.
Have a good one, fellas.
You guys take care.
They loved being filmed. They agreed to it.
Little
and-
hams, aren't they?
Yeah, it was really a lot of fun.
Nice meeting you, man. All right.
Appreciate you guys.
We sure appreciate them being willing to do that. Not everyone's willing to just hop out in front of a camera, you know, so
Especially on the weekend too. Getting guys to come out and work on weekends.
Yeah,
It's
so
awesome they came
we
out.
really sure appreciate their
Yeah.
help on this project. Well, Dad, it's done.
It is done.
They literally came, poured it in the morning, and left.
Yep.
Comment down below to who you think's gonna win this war.
So the shot there.
I'm riding on 2 wheels.
It reached a predicament.
We've reached a predicament.
Alright, so that wraps up this week's video. If you missed the live stream, you can go back and see that. We had a lot of fun. It's about an hour and a half, which was the time that they poured from A to Z. They got the whole thing done in an hour and a half, not counting, of course, the finished work. But if you want to go back and see that live, that's out there. We got a couple new t-shirt designs out there if you want to go check those out. Bree's been working on some fun little designs. So you can go out there and click on the shop and pick out something that you'd like if you'd like to do that. There is a 15% sale going on right now at the store. This would be a good time to get over there and find something you've been waiting for. We appreciate you being part of our family, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Bye.
I want that oil to spread out, not pool in a little pool.
No, we don't.
It's just
You want it to drop straight down.
yeah, straight down, hit the flat floor and go whoosh, and not be stopped by any obstacles. Not go you know, just
And puddle.
You want to slide down a roller coaster?
yeah. I want to slide down a roller coaster.
That's when you start making it part of the floor.
Yeah.
Oil on?
Oil on. Oil on.
Our family moved from the city to the country. Thanks for taking part in our adventure. We have new videos every Friday evening. If you would like to help us out, you can like this video, share it, subscribe, or support us on Patreon. See the links in the description.